What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Prosper back with another reaction video. In this video, bro, I'm about to react to Nas, Black Zombie. Shout out to William Walsh for requesting this track. I'm ready to see what's up with this, bro. It's off the Lost tapes. I heard a lot of great things about this album. A lot of people love this album. So yeah, I'm excited, ready to see what's up with this track. I mess with Nas heavy as well. But before we get into the video, I need y'all to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, roll to 100K subs, let's go, post notifications on. And with that being said, let's check this out. Alright, let's get it.
Yo, you believe when they say we ain't shit, we can't grow?
Off rip, bro, off rip. I thought he was gonna let the beat ride a bit, but nah. Alright, let's get it.
Yo, you believe when they say we ain't shit, we can't grow? All we are is dope dealers and gangsters and hoes. And you believe when they be telling you lie? All on the media, they make the world look crazy to keep you inside. Why you listen when the teachers at school know you a young single parent out struggling? They think you a fool. Give your kids bad grades and put them in dumber classes, killing shorty future. I wonder how do we last it? Underground in their casket, ancestors turning. I'm learning something every day, there is no Lazarus. Words like God is Greek or Latin. So if you study Egypt, you see the truth written by the masters. My niggas is chilling, getting high, relaxing, envisioning ownership. Yeah, it can happen. What do we own? Not enough land, not enough homes, not enough banks to give my brother a loan. What do we own? The skin on our backs. We rent and we ask for reparations. Then they hit us with tax and insurance if we live to be old. What about now? So stop being controlled. Black zombies.
That flow right there, bro. That flow is crazy.
Not enough homes, not enough banks to give my brother a loan. What do we own? The skin on our backs. We rent and we ask for reparations. Then they hit us with tax.
The rhyme scheme and flow is dope right here.
What about now? So stop being controlled.
Alright, I mess with it. I mess with it, bro. He's just preaching, bro, right? Dropping truth. It has a dope message to it, right? Off the rip, you believe when they say we ain't shit, we can't grow. All we is dope dealers and gangsters and hoes, right? Talking about how the world perceives black people, which is the stereotype, right? The stereotypical image of black people. Dope dealers, gangsters, and hoes. So he's talking about don't believe that shit, right? Don't believe when they say we ain't shit, right? And we can't grow, because ultimately what you believe is what it actually becomes, right? Everything starts in the mind. So replace those negative thoughts with positive thoughts, right? Because brainwashing goes deep, bro. You know what I mean? When you tell someone they ain't shit over and over again and they believe it, their life turns out to be shit, right? They turn out to make that statement true. So I mess with that shit, bro. And then talking about all we is dope dealers, gangsters, and hoes, meaning like we're more than that shit, right? Just what we're portrayed as is this, but we're more than that, right? We could be doctors, we could be engineers, we could be lawyers, whatever, business owners, entrepreneurs, all this type of shit. So he's talking about don't let them box you in type shit, right? We're greater than the stereotype of how the media portrays us as well and all that. So I mess with that shit, bro. And you believe when they be telling you lies all on the media, they make the world look crazy to keep you inside. The first part I agree with, right? Lies all on the media. Media's propaganda. I don't mess with the media, bro. Can't believe people still watch the news and shit. You know what I mean? Like all of it is owned by the same people, right? So it's corrupt. But the second part where he says they make the world look crazy to keep you inside, I don't know exactly what he means by this. I guess they make the world look crazy to keep you inside. I guess keep you afraid from leaving your community to explore the rest of the world, I guess. So they make the world look crazy to keep you trapped within your community, keep you stuck where you're at, and so you can't go see the outside world, I'm guessing. I think that's what he's talking about. But it probably has deeper meaning as well that's going over my head. But yeah, that line definitely going over my head, or I didn't completely understand the meaning. But I like the following line, right? Why you listen when the teachers at school know you, a young single parent out struggling. They think you a fool. Give your kids bad grades, put them in dumber classes, killing shorty future. I wonder how do we last it? And he's right about that shit, right? A lot of I won't say a lot, but there are teachers out there, bro, that are very judgmental, right? And when they see kids struggling in school, right, because lack of resources, right, they won't have tutors and all this extra shit. But yeah, they're struggling in school. The teachers will be very judgmental, and when they see that the child, the student comes from a single parent household, the judgment just goes there, right? They'll think that the single parent isn't putting enough work, so they won't spend time to teach the kid. And ultimately, it's the teacher's responsibility, no matter how much the kid is struggling, right? You take a responsibility to teach. And then give the kids bad grades, put them in dumber classes, right? They get left behind, which then in turn ruins their future, right? They can't get accepted to colleges. It's a cycle. Or like a domino effect, I guess you can say. So he's right about that shit. But yeah, there definitely are teachers who are judgmental, and I've seen them. So underground in the casket, ancestors turning. I'm learning every day. There is no Lazarus. Words like God is Greek or Latin. So if you study Egypt, you'll see the truth written by the masters. Lazarus, it's biblical. It's a biblical place, right? I don't know much about the Bible, but just talking about God is Greek and Latin. Talking about the religion comes from them. So if you go to Egypt, you'll see the truth written by masters. Talking about Egypt, basically the history in Egypt, right? Kemet is much older than any other civilizations, whether it be Greek, Romans, and all that. So I mess with that shit, bro. My niggas is chilling, getting high, relaxing. I like this a lot. This is probably my favorite takeaway from the verse, right? Envisioning ownership, yo, it can happen. What do we own? Not enough land, not enough homes, not enough banks to give my brother a loan. What do we own? The skin on our backs. We rent and we ask for reparation, then they hit us with tax and insurance if we live to be old. What about now? So stop being controlled, we black zombies. And I get the black zombie reference. That's slick. But ownership, bro. Niggas downplay ownership, and I don't understand that shit, bro. I kind of get it. I think the reason niggas downplay ownership is because, I guess you can say, a lack of proper education on the matter, right? But also it comes from not understanding the value of the underlying asset. So you're willing to give up ownership for the cash because you don't see the value in what you created, whether it be creation, business, whatever. You know what I mean? For this sake, let's just talk about music, right? Your albums. You don't see the value that your album holds. But the person that's giving you this cash in turn for the ownership, they see the value. They know the value will go up over time. So I don't get it, bro. And I like how he's talking about envisioning ownership. So he's talking about it starts in the mind, right? You got to change your mind to have an ownership type mentality. And he's right about that. We don't own enough land. We don't own enough homes. We don't own enough banks. We got to own, you know what I mean, to keep the community intact. And then prosper as a community as well. So I mess with this shit, bro. And then stop being controlled. We black zombies. Zombies, basically brain dead, right? Brain dead individuals, right? So when you're brain dead, you don't have a brain. You can't think. You'll be easily misled. So I'll fuck with that shit, bro. Shit's dope so far. Let's keep it going.
About now, so stop being controlled. We black zombies.
Walking, talking dead, though we think we're living.
Black zombies.
We just copycat, following the system.
Black zombies.
Walking, talking dead,
Dope.
though
Dope.
we think we're living.
Black zombies.
We just copycat, following the system.
Black zombies. Hey yo, we trapped in our own brain. Fuck behind bars. We've already gone insane. They've already gave up. Cut our own heads off. Stab our own backs and dream too much without fulfilling reality. Too greedy and can't have one or two chains. We need three of them. Can't have one or two guns without squeezing them on our own people. And fuck black leaders, cause whites ain't got none leading them. The rhythm is cosmic. Nas is divinity. The deity's prophet. Let's all get down and get up. Victims walking around with Down syndrome all stuck. Fainting, shouting, catching Holy Ghost in church. Scared to do it for ourselves lest we see somebody doing it first.
Fire.
We beg, we pray,
Fire.
petition, and demonstrate it just to make another generation. Black
Okay, I'll mess with it. I'll mess with this shit, bro. We trapped in our own brain. Fuck behind bars. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. He was talking about this shit. And you got rappers nowadays still talking about this shit, right? The ownership. First of all, let me know if any other rapper was talking about ownership back then in their music, because I know there's other rappers that actually did it through their action, right, owning their music and whatnot. But I don't know if anyone was talking about that shit, right? Because he said this shit back in 2000, and then talking about we trapped in our own brain, fucked behind bars, right? Mental slavery is the worst type of slavery, right? Because you're voluntarily willing to be a slave, right? Being enslaved by whatever it is. And you can be enslaved by a lot of things. Addiction is one of them, right? And a lot of people are mentally enslaved to being fucked over type shit, right? So I fuck with that shit, bro. Like, he was niggas talking about this shit to this day, bro. So it's crazy how, like, this message is still relevant. And I guess you could say he was ahead of his time. We've already gone insane. We already gave up, cut our own heads off. I guess when you cut your own head off, it's basically you already gave up, right? Your brain's done. Stab our own backs. So he's saying we doing it to our own self, right? And dream too much without fulfilling reality. So a dream without work is merely a dream, right? I think I messed up that phrase or whatever the case may be. But still, that's what he's getting across, right? Too greedy and can't have 1 or 2 chains. We need 3 of them. Can't have 1 or 2 guns without squeezing them. And that's some true shit right there, too. On our own people, right? We squeezing them on our own people. And that shit never makes sense to me, how that shit is still glorified to this day, right? Fuck black leaders because whites ain't got none leading them. I'm going to disagree with this part right here, though. Because white people do have leaders, I guess. They got, like, community leaders, right? Even politicians could be viewed as leaders for white communities, right? White people put these people in office, or, you know what I mean, in the position there are in Congress, whatever the case may be, governor, mayor, to serve them as a community. So indirectly they are leaders, and they probably have community leaders and shit like that, right, within their community, as well as schools and shit like that. So they got leaders, bro. They definitely got leaders. I'm gonna definitely disagree with that part of it. But I'll say every black leader we have definitely is a sellout. The only black leaders that were real are dead. You know what I mean? And there's a reason they were killed. They were murdered because they were able to. They had the potential to bring change. Some of them brought change, and others had the potential to bring change, right? So they were viewed as a threat, so they got killed. But the ones living today, bro, definitely all of them sell out. So I agree with the message, fuck black leaders, right? The ones we got. But I wouldn't say that, and it's a false comparison in the sense that white people don't need leading, in the sense that they didn't go through the things that black people went through, right? Redlining, Jim Crow, crack epidemic, slavery, all of the stuff that you know what I mean, that pushed black people back. White people never went through that shit. So you usually need a leader to put your community back together after it being fucked up for many years. So I'm gonna disagree with that shit. But I see where he was going, but yeah, I'm gonna definitely disagree with that line. But the rhythm is cosmic. I like this line right here, though. The rhythm is cosmic. Nas is divinity, the deity's prophet. Fire right there, bro. God's prophet, right? Nas is divinity, rhythm is cosmic. That's hard right there, bro. Let's all get down and get up. Victims walking around with Down syndrome all stuck. Fainting, shouting, catching Holy Ghost in church. Scared to do it for ourselves lest we see somebody doing it first. And I think that's all people, bro, right? A lot of people are afraid to be the first to take action until they see someone else do it, right? There's probably a psychological term for that. I learned about it, but I forgot what the term is. But yeah, I agree with that shit. And then he said, we begged, we prayed, petitioned, and demonstrated just to make another generation black zombies. So I guess he's talking about how all these means, right? Begging, praying, petitioning, demonstrations, and all that, what is it called? Is not leading to bringing change. So I guess he's talking. I'm gonna save my final thoughts for at the end of the video, giving my opinion on that. But Let's keep it going.
Walking, talking dead, though we think we're living. Black zombie, we just copycat, following the system. Black zombie, walking, talking dead, though we think we're living.
This hook is dope. I like it.
Zombie, we just copycat, following the system. Black zombie,
Scared to be yourself, cause you in a trance. Feel free, hear the music and dance. If you care what they think, why wear what they wear? Just be you.
Okay.
Dumb niggas with long beards like the Arabs and Jews are from Israel. Bismillah, El Rahman, El Rahim. Islam's a beautiful thing. A Christian and Rastafari helps us to bring peace against the darkness, which is ungodly. So what's the black man's true religion? Who should we follow? Use your own intuition. You are tomorrow.
Okay.
That's the sound of the beast. I'm a Columbia record slave, so get paid. Control your own destiny. You are a genius. Don't let it happen to you like it did to me.
Okay,
I was
fire.
Black Zombie.
I'm messing with it, bro.
talking dead,
I'm gonna let it ride out. That shit was dope.
Black zombie, we just copycat, following the system. Black zombie, walking, talking dead, though we think we're living. Black zombie,
Yeah, this shit fire, bro. Fire.
Following the system. Black zombies,
Wake up. Black zombies in a spell for more than 400 years. Ghetto niggas won't have it no more. Can I get a witness? While listening to somebody else tell you how to do it when you can do it yourself.
Okay.
It's
Fire.
all in you.
Okay.
Do it. Do it. Do it, niggas.
Alright, this shit's dope, bro. This shit's cool, bro. I mess with it. Let me touch on the third verse, though. Because he said a few things that I like. You scared to be yourself because you in a trance. Feel free, hear the music and dance. If you cared what they think, why wear what they wear? Just for you. Just be you. Dumb niggas with long beards like the Arabs and Jews. Arabs and Jews, I guess, they grow out their beards. I think it might be religious reasons. I don't know exactly. But he's saying niggas will basically be you, right? Don't do shit because you see other people doing it, right? And basically work on your insecurities in a sense, right? So I like that shit right there, bro, right? Don't be afraid to be yourself. Simple message, bro, that a lot of people need to hear, right? Because everybody's trying to be like everybody else. And then what else did he say? So what's the black man's true religion, right? Who should we follow? Use your own intuition. You are tomorrow, right? You know, you don't need anyone to tell you what to do. Basically, do it yourself type shit, right? And then I like this line right here. I'm a Columbia record slave. He's Columbia Records. That's who he's signed to. So get paid. Control your own destiny. You are a genius. Don't let it happen to you like it did to me. I was a black zombie, right? No longer anymore, but he was, in the sense that he gave up ownership, right, for his music. I'm pretty sure he got that shit back. I don't know if he did or not. But so talking about just basically wise up. You know what I mean? Don't make the same mistakes I did, and basically advance, I guess you can say, right? But overall, bro, I enjoyed the message that he was preaching, but it seems like what is it called? Kind of seems like pull yourself up by your bootstraps, right? Like that phrase, you know what I mean? And I get it. I get complaining. I get, and I don't like the word victim mentality, right? Because black people are victims in a sense based off what's happened to them for generations and generations, right? Through the system. And that shit was intentional. So you can't simply deny that shit, bro. It's happened, and it takes a lot of years of undoing, right? It's gonna take a lot of, even just changing the way you think, it takes a lot of years, bro, right? So comes across as that when he says, what does he say? Where is that shit? I forgot where it was, bro, but he said it, right? Victims walking around with Down syndrome, all stuck. You know what I mean? So I get it. It means he's just saying go and take action, bro. You are the person that can change your own life, and I agree to an extent. But like you guys get what I'm saying, right? Like I don't like that phrase, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, because how do you do that shit when they took away the boots, right? When there's no boots to begin with, type shit. So I get it, but also I wish he and he always talks about that shit too, right? He's very knowledgeable on that matter and all that. So I get where he was going with this track, but I feel like you can't fully blame the people that have suffered through all this shit for generations and generations, and then be like, see, white people are over there doing it, you can do it as well. You know what I mean? Because basically you gave someone a head start and put someone way back there, right? So it's not a fair race, I guess you can say. But that's just my take on the song. But overall, he's had a lot of great things, bro. A lot of valid points that I agree with, right? And I feel like the zombie could be used. He said black zombie, but we're all zombies, bro. A lot of people are sleeping nowadays and whatnot to what's actually going on in the world and all that type of shit. But nonetheless, bro, I enjoyed the track. Hook was dope. Message was dope too. I feel like a lot of people definitely need to hear this shit, right? And I agree with what he's saying as well, to a certain extent. But I fuck with it, bro. Definitely dope message. Nas is that dude, bro. He speaks truth. You know what I mean? He does it in a dope way. Rhyme schemes are dope. Delivery is dope. Song was dope as well. Beat was fire. Everything about this track was dope as hell. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed this reaction video, be sure to leave a like. If you would like, leave a comment. If you like, share the video, do all that fun stuff. And with that being said, I'm gonna see you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.